St. Kilda has orchestrated a miraculous final quarter comeback to overrun a stunned Gold Coast by 2 points at Metricon Stadium on Saturday night. The Saints trailed by 31 points at the final change but stormed home, kicking 5 unanswered goals to win 11.14, 80 to 11.12, 78, and snap a 7-game losing streak. Small forward Jade Gresham was the hero, snapping a goal from deep in the right forward pocket with 1 minute remaining to give Alan Richardson's men a much-deserved win. St. Kilda coach Alan Richardson said his overwhelming feeling was relief for the players and club. "I'm really pleased for the fans that came up and the fans back at home, and while it wasn't the most convincing victory, it was a victory full of character and wanting to do the right thing by their footy club," he said. "From that point of view, there's a bit of relief." Gold Coast did not score a single point in the final quarter, continuing a miserable run of final terms in the past month, in which they have scored just 2 behinds. Richardson said the Saints had full confidence they could run out the final quarter and make a match of it. "We know Gold Coast are a really young group and if we could continue to put pressure on, then opportunities would open." It was a great night for the Saints, who trailed by as much as 39 points late in the third quarter before turning the game on its head. Josh Battle, who kicked 3 goals, got the ball rolling with a strong mark and excellent finish from 40 meters, before Paddy McCartan and Tim Membry, via a silly Rory Thompson 50 meters penalty, got the game within striking distance with goals of their own. Richo's prayers answered 5 talking points. Former Sun Mav Weller missed a chance to take the lead with a set shot from 50 meters with 2 minutes remaining, but Gresham saved the day with his classy snap from a tight angle. The Saints completely overran the Suns in the final quarter, having 39 more disposals, 13 more clearances, 53-22 for the night, 14 more inside 50s and 8 scoring shots to none. St. Kilda's midfield deserves much of the credit, with Jack Stevens shaking a Tuke Miller tag to finish with 28 disposals and 12 clearances to be the best player afield, while Seb Ross, 32, and returning Jack Billings, 27, were also highly influential. The win was even more meritorious given they lost Jimmy Webster, adductor, in the first quarter and Bailey Rice, concussion, in the third. Bailey Rice has been stretchered from the field after a head clash with Jack Martin. Injury update thanks to @MLC_Australia. pic.twitter.com/oitgeach9k, AFL, @AFL, June 16, 2018 Suns coach Stuart Dew will be pulling his hair out after his team threw away its best half under his tutelage. Dew said Gold Coast physically and mentally froze when the heat was turned up in the fourth quarter. "To see our response in the first 3 quarters, all we had to do was keep doing what we were doing, and we went away from it," he said. "We're looking for guys that can influence in that time of the game, and we lacked them. The simple question is, why didn't we want to win the game? We did so well in the first 3 quarters and proud of their effort to be at that point, but that's what makes it harder to swallow because of the last quarter." After back-to-back floggings from Geelong and GWS, things could hardly have gone better for the Suns in the first half. Captain Tom Lynch moved freely and feasted on the defensive work of Nick Hallman and Jack Bowes, kicking second-quarter goals directly from turnovers caused by each player. Playing his first game of the season after hamstring and wrist injuries, Sean Lemons was a ball of energy, kicking a goal and setting up another, while Richie Weller, 19 disposals, played his best game for the club. Dodge, duck, dip, dive and dodge. How on earth did Lemons get out of that? Medical room. Gold Coast, the Suns got 1 injury to add to a horror night, with second-year utility Jack Bowes going off late in the third quarter with a quad injury. He sat out the final term and coach Stuart Dew said he would be assessed early in the week. St. Kilda, 2 setbacks for the Saints, with defender Jimmy Webster playing just 5 minutes before going off with an adductor problem. Coach Alan Richardson said he would likely miss 1 match following the bye. Young defender Bailey Rice went off with concussion following a third-quarter head clash with Jack Martin and did not return. Next up, St Kilda can celebrate their second win of the season for an extra week, with a bye coming up. They return in round 15 against Melbourne at the MCG. Gold Coast travel to Launceston to play Hawthorn next Saturday. Gold Coast 4.29.7 11.12 11.12 78 St Kilda 3.24.66.11 11.14 80 Goals Gold Coast, Lynch 3 Sexton 3, Holman 2, Ainsworth Lemons, Achi St Kilda, Battle 3, Membry 2. McCartan 2, Gresham 2 Noons, Mackenzie Best Gold Coast, Weller, Sexton, Lynchwitz, Harbroust Kilda, Stephen, Ross Billings, Battle, Gresham Injuries Gold Coast, Bose, Quad, St Kilda, Webster, Adductor, Rice, Concussion, Reports, TBA Umpires, Housen, Hosking, Ryan, Pennell Official Crow, 10,181 at Metricon Stadium.